Good morning. It's Friday, April 19th, 2024. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have sets 1 through 9 that we'll work on. We're going to do short sets this morning, so I'll do sets of 4 instead of 6. I have several things that I've been talking about, the radio show and all of the things that go with that, the ambassador, the book, the radio drama that goes with, all of that is starting to get a little bit further down the runway. I'm going to say that. I'm not quite ready to take off yet, but I'm getting a little further down the runway, and some of the pieces are coming together. And I invite everyone who has been following me to keep doing that. I will keep making announcements about this, and there will be more material, more things that I'll be posting to this channel on what I'm doing with that show. There will be very likely a whole other channel that's going to be dedicated to the show. So I appreciate everyone who has been following me. I appreciate everyone who might be interested in a little more depth, a little more understanding of the philosophy and the emotional story behind part of what we study in traditional martial arts. That is one of the themes in the books. That is one of the themes in the show. That element of tradition and continuity is something that I have found extremely important in my studies, and that goes into my work, all of it. That gave me something to think about this morning, and I'm going to share that real short. In 1990, I went to China for the first time. Got off the plane in Shanghai, smaller plane, stopped on the tarmac. We brought the stairs out, got off the plane. The building, the terminal building, was fairly small. It wasn't anything like anything they have now. It wasn't even close. And I remember thinking, I'm in a completely different world. It was a completely different world. And there was an element of excitement about that. There was an element of apprehension, say, it is a different world. What is this? Hey. And there was also, especially for me, there was also an element of, oh, that's different. What's that? Let me go take a look. Right? I went because I wanted to learn. That was it. I wanted to learn. I had been studying Tai Chi. I understood enough about what I was learning that I wanted to go to the source. When I studied ballet in college, if I was going to pursue that, I would have wanted, I sort of did, I would have wanted to go to France. I preferred the French styles over the Russian styles, so I would wanted to go to France. I didn't do that. When I studied Tai Chi, I wanted more depth. I wanted greater level of understanding, and in my research, my studies, the only way that I knew to do that was to go to where it came from. Second, third hand, this person learned from this person, learned from this person, learned from this person, who's great-grandfather was over here and learned from, no, no. Let me go find a source. Let me go look to the source of this art. Where does it come from? Well, it comes from China. It does. And with Qigong, we have the same idea. My studies of Qigong, now there's so many systems of Qigong that I can't even begin to talk about all of the different places that have a system of Qigong practice. Yoga is a system of Qigong practice. We could call it that. Breathing, that connection to the mind and the body. There are differences in all of the Qigong practices. Everybody's got something different. That's how we develop the arts. In Wudang Qigong, we pay attention to that internal circulation. We pay attention to particular channels and meridians as we're practicing. We pay attention to, if you're learning from me, the tradition and the environment that the art that I learned comes from. Okay? So, where is that? China. I didn't learn this in the US. I learned this in China. And there is a part of that study that is foundation for my own practice. That foundation that I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I was at the park by 6, before 6 in a lot of years, and that we practiced outside, mostly, and I was here when I practiced inside, but over there, we were outside. And the level of skill of the people I was practicing with was considerable. That gave me a level to strive for that I would not have had otherwise. And I remember that now. I'm working on something new. I'm getting ready to launch. And that remembering of what happened back then, there's a connection there for me that I can't explain. It's there. As I remember those experiences, like landing in Shanghai, the first bowl of noodles that I had, the train ride to Luoyang, and all of the experiences after that, gave me an understanding that I would not have had otherwise. The same for my Qigong practice. As I'm developing these classes, I want to look at how to better communicate that foundation, to better share that experience so that it informs what we're doing right now. Talking about it is one way to do that. Feet about shoulder width apart, hands at your sides, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, pull up through the crown of the head, shoulders down and relax, pull up through the torso, pull in at the sides, hands circle to the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, reach up, stretch out, reach out over the legs, roll up through the back, and again. One more time. Fingertips reach up, elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Alright, now I said we were going to work on short sets, so sets of 4, because we have left side, right side for several of the sets. I'm going to move a little more quickly than I usually do. Not too much. Now, it's not fast form, okay? But the goal for today is to fully relax and to relax the breath so that you're not trying to huff and puff and breathe, that your movement is well coordinated with the breath, that each movement is full and complete, and that as you're moving, you're working with the dynamic of the movement. Okay? Moving slowly, we pay attention to all of the internal workmanship, everything that is supposed to be working. All right, now we're supposed to know how to do that. That's the idea. All right, so a little more quickly, sets of 4. Ladies, right hand on the outside, gentlemen, left hand on the outside, both hands crossed at the lower Tandian. Knees bent slightly, open the Mingmen in the back, pull up through the crown of the head, open the Jiaji, open the Yujin. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, and breathe in. Relax. 2. Just relax the breath. Don't worry about too much right now. The timing will get there. Last one. And hands down. Palms up. Pushing the mountain. Yes, it goes quick. Relax the breath. Sink the breath to the lower Tantian. Open the back. Pull down through the diaphragm. Keep the back open. Pull in, hands down. Breathe in. Relax. Open. Nice and easy. Relax the breath. Breathe naturally. And palms up. Press down along both sides. Pull up and breathe in. I'm going to turn to my right. You turn to your left. Up and down. Center. Your right, my left. Keep going. Nice and easy. Relax the back. Open the hips. Allow the legs to bend. It's less about how much effort you can make and more about how little effort you need. One more. And center, hands down along both sides, pull up and breathe in. And palms up. To your left, to your right, to your left, to your right, and center. Breathe in, push up. To your left, to your right, to your left, to your right, and center. Turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, and center. Turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right, and center. Hands down along both sides, pull up, push. Turn to your left and push. Turn to your right, push. Relax the body, relax your breath. Everything works together. Each movement flows smoothly into the next. Last time. Breathe in, hands down along both sides. Breathe in. Turn to your left, palms up. Little step. And center. To your right. Keep going. Try not to weave too much. So not too much back and forth here. Settle into the legs, quiet the body. One more time. And come back to center, hands down, pull up. Breathe in, hold the ball. Your right side, turn to the left. Come back to center. Your left side, turn to the right. Ward off, pull down. Hold the ball. Center. Last time. Hands down along both sides, pull up, breathe in, breathe out. Shift right, open left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. Shift left, open right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to center. Relax the breath. Keep the movement smooth and complete. Keep the shoulders down. Open the mid back. And last time. And come to center, hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the breath. Relax the body, breathe in again. And breathe out. Center, one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, relax. This type of practice requires that you know what the movement is, requires that you relax through the whole body so that the whole body works as a unit, not this part here, that part there, do this here, do that there. That slower practice that we use normally, where we take the time to be able to think about what we're doing, to apply more intent to the inner circulation. This quicker practice asks us to react, asks us to use all of that developed skill as part of the practice. You don't get time to think about it, it's just got to be there. If it's not, you find out, right? Also, I'm going to point out that I did everything facing the camera today, so where I said your left side, I was actually turning to my right. Okay, I did not turn around, so I was starting most of the exercises on my right. I said, this is the left side. It's not. This is my right. But as I was mirroring today, the turn to the left that you should do is what you should do. And that is why I call that out. Paying attention to where we start. Normally we'll start on the left side, then go to the right. Makes a difference in the way that we develop our skills. It makes a difference in the balance that we have internally. I don't have a particular explanation for it other than it's the way that we balance our chi. It is. That combination, repeated combination, gives us that balance. I was going to be here yesterday. I scheduled a class. I did not teach yesterday. I may teach that class today, not sure yet. I will make up that class. I will be here next week for Wudang Qigong. I will be here going forward for Wudang Qigong. We have quite a bit that, as I'm rediscovering some of the things that I've learned, we have quite a bit that I haven't covered yet. So lots more to do. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bye.